Today's lesson is 1.4 Midpoints and Bisectors. Today is day 2 of the lesson, and so we will be talking about bisectors. A bisector is something that cuts an object into two equal parts. Okay, so bisect is a word much like midpoint that now tells me that a point is exactly in the middle between two numbers. I can have a segment bisector like I have right here in the first picture. This point right here would be my segment bisector. And of course, I could think of this letter, I use the letter M because it is a midpoint. There we go. And remember, one way that I can let you know that the two pieces of the segment from A to M and from B to M are the same is by putting a little hash mark right like that. Okay? This mark means that AM and let me write this down. This mark means that AM is equal to BM. Okay, those two pieces are equal. Likewise, this ray BM becomes a bisector and makes these two angles equal. Now, one way I can let you know that the two angles are equal is I can put the same arc mark. So I just draw like a little part of a circle, and you could simply do it like that. They both have one, so they're exactly the same. I've also seen it where you put the little hash mark in between so that you can say that they're the same as well. All right, let's go ahead. And in these last examples that we're going to see today, we're looking for that word bisect. We're looking for that word bisect or bisector. Remember, it could be either one, just the variation, bisect or bisector, okay? All right, so example 4, and this is our last example. Ray BD bisects angle ABC. So there's our word. There's that word bisects. So, oh, my picture doesn't match. Oh my gosh, you guys, my picture doesn't match. Hold on a second. Let's make our picture match. So this would have to be A, and this would have to be B, and this would have to be C, and then this would have to be D. There we go. Now our picture matches. Yay. And if that is bisecting, okay, if BD is bisecting, then that means even though they don't appear it, this piece and this piece are exactly the same, okay? They have to be exactly the same. Now, remember from the last lesson that we went ahead and we said that this angle, which is ABD, plus this angle, which is DBC or CBD, is equal to ABC. Okay? Now notice that that's the only place I could find ABC. But remember, I don't need to give you ABC. This isn't the yellow plus the pink equals the orange because this piece right here, which is 2x plus 50, is the same as this piece here, which is 5x plus 5. Why? Because it says it bisects. This is kind of like saying you don't have to add the pieces together. Plus, notice I've only given you 2 expressions to use. I have not given you 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to say 2x plus 50 equals 5x plus 5. And we knew that they were equal. We knew that they were equal because of the word bisect. So we knew that the yellow piece and the pink piece, the two parts of my orange angle, were equal because of the word bisect. All right, let's go ahead and solve for x, and then we can go back and we can plug everything in. All right, so there's no distributing because there are no parentheses on either side of my equation. Look at my two sides, no distributing. There are no like terms to combine because look at the left side, two terms, one has an x, the other does not. Look at the right side, same thing, two terms, one has an x, the other does not. So we're at the point where we're going to go ahead and we're going to get our variable x to one side. So take a look at your two x's. You can circle them if you'd like, any way that you can to focus on them, and decide which one you're going to move. Remember, when you move, you cross it out. So I like to move the smaller one, and I eliminate it, I cancel it out by doing its opposite sign. If it's plus, I subtract. If it's minus, I add. I'm going to bring down that positive 50. If it was a minus 50, I would have made it a negative. 5 minus 2 gives me 3, and x tags along like my little brother does when I take him places. He better, because mom gets mad when I don't bring him home. Focus over here on the right side of your graph, or the right side of your equation. Sorry, I was just doing algebra 2 earlier. We've got to get that x by itself, but first we got to get rid of our add or subtract by doing its inverse. So I see add, I'm going to go ahead and subtract to make it disappear. If I subtract on that side, I need to subtract on the other side. That would give me 45. 50 minus 5 is 45. The last step is going to be to get rid of my multiplication or my division. Remember, you're mainly going to get rid of multiplication, which means you're mainly going to divide in the last step. That's a pretty common last step. Sorry. Remember, when you divide, you're always dividing by that number in front of the x because you want that x to be completely alone. And if I am correct, I'm just trying to decide where to place it. I'm going to double check it though. 45 divided by 3 is 15. Yep, I was right. Now, this question asks us to go back and to plug it into all of the angles. And then it also asks us to find the measure of angle ABC. So here we go. Let's start with angle, the measure. Let me see where I can add this. The measure of angle ABD. ABD is the yellow one right here, or I can come over here and I can find it right here. All I have to do is 2 times 15 plus 50. Well, 2 times 15 should be 30 plus 50, 80. There we go, 80 degrees. And that was my yellow one. That was my yellow one. The next angle that they asked me to find was the measure of angle CBD. I can find it right here, or I could find it right there, 5x plus 5. This means I'm going to say 5 times 15 plus 5. I think 5 times 15 is 75, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, yep, I was right, 80. Now, should they be exactly the same, the yellow and the pink? Yes, because remember, this ray right here was my bisector, so they better be exactly the same. Now, the last thing they wanted me to do was to find the measure of angle ABC, and this is my orange angle, so let me go back and grab my orange. Now I have to go back to the last lesson and I have to think, how do I find this angle? Well, this angle is this angle, this yellow one, plus this pink one. So this one is simply 80 plus 80, 160 degrees. Yay, we did it. Let's try it one more time. Let's try it one more time. Okay, there's not a picture, but I think we can make this work. Here we go. ABC, ray AB bisects angle CAD. So let's go ahead and write angle CAD. Let's create that one. Hold on a second, I can do better than that. There we go. We don't know what it's going to be. We don't know what it's going to look like. But we do know that this letter right here is going to be A, that this is going to be C, this is going to be D. Of course, we could have flipped those. And then that this right here is going to be B. So we do know that. We also know that we saw the word bisects. So that means that this angle here, oh no, let me go smaller. Here we go. That this angle here, CAB or BAC, there it is, CAB, is the same as this angle right here, BAD or DAB. Okay, we know that these two angles are the same because of that word bisects. We also know that the yellow angle plus the pink angle equal angle CAD. Okay? All right, so that's all that we know. Here we go. Find X and then plug them back in. Okay, all right, I can do this. So I can put the X plus 5 right here, and I can put the 2X minus 10 right there. And I have nothing else. So I'm not going to use that orange one. I'm just going to go ahead and say that the yellow angle, X plus 5, is equal to the pink angle, 2x minus 10. So my yellow, oops, hold on. My yellow is equal to my pink, and it's all because of that word bisects. It's all because of the word bisects. All right, let's draw our line and let's solve. Once again, no distributing, no like terms to combine. There's an x and a number, an x and a number on each side. Let's go ahead and move our x's. Okay, we want to move the smaller x, so I'm going to say minus 1x because there's that sneaky invisible 1. There we go. That alert kind of got me tongue twisted, sorry. There we go. And 2x minus 1x is 1x. Remember, once again, the 1 can become invisible. So in the next step, I'm just going to put x because the 1 doesn't have to be there. You're focusing over here on the right side. Get rid of your add or subtract by doing its inverse, its opposite. I see minus, so I'm going to go ahead and do plus 10. That's going to cancel me out. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other. 5 plus 10 is 15. Remember, I'm going to bring down that x and drop that invisible 1, drop it back to invisibility. There is my answer for x. Let's go ahead and plug it back in before my AirPods die. So the measure of angle CAB, this would be my yellow one. This would be my yellow angle. I saw that from right here, and I also saw it from reading the picture. I'm simply going to say 15 plus 5. Do I need the parentheses? No. 20. Now the answer for the other one, when I plug it into the pink one, it better be 20 as well. It better be 20 as well. Angle BAD, BAD, angle bad, is 2 times 15, 30, minus 10, 20. There we go. They came out together. And then remember, all you have to do to find the last angle, the orange one, is add those two together because the measure of angle CAD, which is your orange one, sorry, this one right here, is just 20 plus 20 or 40 degrees. Good luck on your assignment.